God Ganesha as the ruling deity of Ketu. So, friends, let's find out what is the significance of this tradition. So, Ketu is the planet that signifies detachment, it's karmic in nature, separation, spirituality, isolation, occult, research, and intuition. Whereas in astrology, Lord Ganesha is considered the presiding deity, Adi Devata of Ketu, and the roots of this are deep, symbolic, philosophical, and mythological in nature. So let's have a look at these statements. Now, the first thing is the head, and the most important and the symbolic part. So here, being the most important connection, if you visualize, you see that Ketu is a headless planet. The body of demon Swarbhanu, whereas the head is Rahu. In case of Ganesha also, the representation of a human like head, the human head was severed during the fight with Lord Shiva, and it was replaced with an elephant head. So here it's symbolic, but the deep roots of this is about destruction of ego. So someone who lost his head, his ego was destroyed, and there was a transition from material to spiritual aspect. So someone who has already faced this in life gets an authority to guide and provide the same path to other people. So that's also one of the reason why we worship Lord Ganesha. Liberation. So here Ketu is a planet of liberation, but it creates hurdles, obstacles in materialistic life. If you're just about materialistic things and gains, it may create hurdles in your path so that it can guide you towards spirituality, push you towards it, but in a very hard way. Whereas worshipping God Ganesha, who is also called Vignaharta, can help remove the obstacles and hurdles in life to progress further in the righteous path. So it's not like blocking what Ketu is doing, but moving in the same direction, but in a very smooth way, a smooth transition, a great relief from whatever is happening, whatever chaotic. Now at subconscious level. So here Ketu represents intuition. Ketu governs the subconscious level. Being headless, it does not goes to the senses but goes through intuition in achieving the things. And Ganesha's energy is the Muladhara chakra and also a representation of the Omkar. So here worshipping God Ganesha further helps in balancing the Muladhara chakra and the Kundalini energy, thereby supporting the growth of intuition in you through Ketu's energy. And the last thing is the direction. Ketu and Malefic can be directionless. A person wanders around aimless, won't know the purpose, and that happens also during the dasha mahadasha of Ketu, where person feels that okay, I am aimless, I don't know what to do. There's a lot of confusion. So worshipping God Ganesha, who also rules the highest intellect, the buddhi, will help in guiding the Ketu's energy towards productive purpose and aim. And since Ketu is also a planet of spirituality and liberation and all those things that it signifies, here worshipping God Ganesha will give you some aim in life. You will find out that okay, I was born for this. There'll be a sudden awakening on a day where you realize that okay, I have been suffering through all this so that I can help others who might be facing the same issue. Or I learned few things hard way. Let me go and help others so that they don't have to go through the same pain that I have gone through in my life. So at times it will awaken a selfless act in you to serve others, to help others, either reach to masses or in day-to-day basis trying to be more helpful to others. So these are many ways why you can relate Ganesha's worship in controlling the Ketu's energy, and that's why he is termed as the ruling deity for Ketu planet. So friends, you are watching the Jupiter retrograde channel. Hope you like this video.